There we go.
We're here.
Woohoo! We're here. Welcome, precious. Welcome to another week of Rock Players, and hope you're all doing fine. We are doing fine here in the panel, and the panel consists today of SPG. How you doing, man?
Pretty
Uh,
good.
how's the skeleton doing?
Pretty good.
And Ray,
What's
welcome.
going on, everybody? What's up, gamers? What's up? Glad to be
What's up?
back
What's up?
here.
Yeah. We have Eric joining us later, ER Gaming, and we'll see if we get, and the Ninja X is probably joining as well, and then we'll see, maybe we can get Matthias or Rhett on as well. Depends on how their life is dealing with all the stuff that they have going on. But guys, what have you going on? Have you been playing anything fun?
I have. I got sucked back into Red Dead Redemption 2. I bought
I've
the
seen
full
you playing
game.
that on Discord a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I what I ended up doing is I purchased it for like $17 or whatever on from CD Keys. And anyway, I wanted to play far enough to open up the whole world, and then I was gonna mod the hell out of the game, and have some fun. I got sucked back into the actual game. I don't have any mods going on. I'm just messing about. Yeah. First playthrough, I was a good guy. Second playthrough, I was a bad guy. I guess this time I'm a camp guy. I'm taking care of camp. I just ignored it last time, or both times. So, very interesting game.
Yeah, awesome. Ray, what have you been playing while we say hello to Ninja Guy X?
What's going on, Ninja Guy X? I've been playing some Gollum.
Oh, nice.
The Lords of the Rings. In my opinion, and then just my opinion, I just don't think the game is as bad as everybody's saying it is. Because I did watch some people stream it. It's a stealth game, folks. It's a stealth. He's hiding from the guards. But it does have elements of like Spider-Man climbing the walls and A Plague's Tale hiding in the bushes. I really enjoy moving them around and stuff. So, hey, Ninja Guy. Ninja Guy, where'd he go? There he is.
We go. Now I can add you.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, been playing
you
Gollum and Marvel Snap. A lot of Marvel Snap. Love that game. So that's what I've been playing. Thank you.
And yeah, Ninja, welcome.
Thank
Have
you.
you had time to play anything last week, or is it just moving?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been playing some mobile games, right? So it's pretty easy, when I have like a quick 15-minute, I can just pop it out and play some. So, I've been playing some World of Goo, which was released on the Netflix game not too long ago. And, it's an old school game. It came out back in 2008, but
I love that game.
yeah, it stood the test of time. It's really fun. I'm almost at the end. And I really enjoy it. Then I've been playing like a Transformer game called Transformers Forged to Fight. And I've been pretty addicted on that game too. That's what mobile games is all about, right? Like they just they make you so addicted to it. So
yeah, exactly.
But in terms of console games, no, I didn't get a chance to play them. Like I really don't have a lot of 1-hour sessions to play or anything like that. So, but hopefully soon. Got a lot of packing to do.
You've been in the middle of a move.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can see the background; it's still like a little bit cramped here.
Yeah,
I'm in the kitchen
it's not
now.
It's not the room you used to be in. It's a new.
No,
room.
exactly. Yeah, this is. I'm working in the kitchen, but I'm looking forward to have a nice setup again.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see it. And Eddie, welcome.
Eddie, what's going on, Eddie?
Apologies for running late.
I know where's man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, everyone.
Hey.
So, been playing anything fun lately?
Mainly Snap on my phone, and then I'm still trying to work my way through Fallen Order. Yeah, they're my main two, my main go-tos at the moment.
Nice. Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Magic Arena again. I fell back into that, and I mean, it is just playing Magic the Gathering, but without all the hassles of the physical cards. So it is so good, and I think it's just a few weeks left, or even maybe less, until we get the Lord of the Rings theme set coming. So Magic the Gathering meets Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice.
Looking forward to that.
Did you hear about the one card that they're gonna release? Yeah. They talked about it today. I think they showed a video, and because of the foil, there's like a curve in the card. So you can already see like kind of like a little bit of damage on the card already, even before it's been distributed to anybody. So
The thing is,
you know.
because like the card you're talking about is the foil, like a special foil
Yes.
of the One Ring.
Yeah.
They've only printed one copy of that card, and they will put it in one of the packs.
Yeah.
So there's one in the world that like there will only
Wow.
be one, because it's the One Ring, which is really cool. And yeah, but like that's gonna drive the price up of those packs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it would go up on eBay. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that new set coming. I do love Magic, and they recently changed so it's the standard rotation. They used to be like the last like 1 year of sets of cards. It's now expanded to 3 years, so there's going to be a whole bunch of new deck combos you can build, and it's a game that keeps on giving. But yeah, I've been playing mostly that, a little bit Fall Guys, and I've played 2 minutes of Spider-Man Miles Morales, because I decided like I did sign up for PS Plus Premium to try the cloud streaming ahead of getting a PS5, and just to get a feel for how it is, and it's decent, like quality wise pretty good, but I haven't like had to play more than just get a feel if it works and like if there's no lag, but it's annoying that it's only on PC or console, very limiting, and only with the DualShock. But yeah, shall we head into some news maybe, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's dip into it.
Yeah, I think there's because there isn't that much like happening. Like there haven't been any big stories really. There has been Meta did have an announcement today, also new games, but there were like just new VR games and a new headset. But we'll get into that later. But that's probably been the biggest thing happening in the last couple of days. It's been quite a chill period of time. But yeah, let's start with the usual GeForce Now. Finally, we're getting Age of Empires. Still only the Steam version initially, but it's coming sometime during June. As is common when like the beginning of the month, it's like here are 2 games being released this week: System Shock and Killer Frequency, and then some teasers of what's coming sometime throughout the month of June. Obviously, for me, the standouts are Age of Empires and also Park Beyond. Other than that, I'm not really that keen on most, like nothing that stands out to me. Anything that stands out to you guys?
There's a
boy,
lot.
The silence
I mean-
is deafening. Sorry.
I mean, no. I'm a huge fan of Amnesia. I'm a huge fan of Age of Empire. Actually, Age of Empire was one of the first PC games I played long back in the day.
Yeah, same.
And then let's see what else. Layers of Fear, I'm interested at, and Aliens: Dark Descent. So those are games I'm interested in.
Rainbow Six.
Oh, and
Extraction, cool.
System Shock. I got a code for System Shock, so I'm looking forward to playing that.
Yeah, nice. SPG, any things that standouts for you guys? For you?
Rainbow Six Extraction. I've already played that game. I've grinded. I got all the tools and all that stuff. All
Yeah, and to be fair,
upgraded.
it is already available on GeForce, but now the Steam
Okay.
the Steam version will be
The
added. soon.
Steam version was added.
Yes.
Okay.
New release on Steam. It's already added. Like the Ubisoft Connect version already exists.
Contraband Police. I like the name. I don't know what the game is. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, we can take a look together. And like Darkest Dungeon is always great as well.
Yeah.
But ER, any standouts for you?
No, I mean pretty much the same as Ray. Ages of Empire. Played it ages ago when I first had my PC. That was probably the game I played the most. Then I came away from PC gaming and never stepped back into it. So it'd be good to get back into
nice
that
to
and
get
play
back,
some of the newer editions.
I gotta ask them, which Age of Empires is like your Age of Empires? Which is your favorite?
I think it's just the first I played. I don't think I ever played it more. Let me have a quick look. Don't think I can ever remember playing any of the others.
Okay, so like the original, the
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah, because one the original from, is it like late 90s?
Yeah.
late
That-
90s, early 2000s. I remember
think
I didn't have the big box, but I remember it was a small medium box, and you could open up the little window and it would show you all the different soldiers and armies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's in the garage. It's actually, I walked past it. It's sitting in the garage because my wife made me get it all up and put it there this weekend. Do some cleaning.
Yeah. Don't get rid of that one. Put it in.
Yes.
Yeah. Put it. You should put that one on display. I think. I mean, that's a legacy piece somewhere in there. You can
Yeah.
find space, right?
Yeah, Age of Empires 2 was released in 2013. I didn't have a PC at that point, so well, at least
Yeah.
it's showing that on Steam. So yeah, it would have been definitely
That
been
was,
the
yeah,
first
that
one
was
I've
the
only played.
definitive edition, I think, or like the HD version. The original Age of Empires 2, I think, was released in 2001 or 2. If not even earlier than that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, September '99.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja, how about you? Any
Yeah,
standouts?
a lot of titles stands out for me. There's a lot of like knowable titles, which is like a good thing. You know, Amnesia, Age of Empire, I Am Fish is actually pretty popular. You know, Bloons, Darkest Dungeon. You know, I'm aware of all of these games, so it's pretty good. It's pretty exciting. Age of Empires has some of the most amazing soundtrack out there. It's such a good. If you're looking for songs that are like 15 minutes long and very good, then that's definitely stand out. That's what they did. They just did a really good soundtrack that can last a long time because the maps they take a long time to do. So it's it's an interesting game. I've only played 1 and 2 also. I've never played the other two, but they're amazing games, and I think that people should definitely dive into it.
Yeah, I agree. Like to me, Age of Empires 2. Yeah, I played Age of Empires 1 quite a lot. But then but I didn't have that. But then I played it at I think in our after school daycare we had. There was a computer which for some reason had Age of Empires 1 on it, so we would like gather around and play that a lot together. But then it was Age of Empires 2 was my big entry into PC games. Like I've played a few before that, but that's what turned me into a gamer. So yeah, I've gone back to the definitive edition of Age of Empires 2, and it holds up pretty well. Like it was never a balanced game, but I don't play it as that. I play it as a city builder. Like I try to make my cities look pretty, and then and be efficient and functional, but most specifically make them pretty. But yeah, so Age of Empires 1, Age of Empires 2, 3, and 4 will all be dropping on GeForce Now this month, along with a bunch of other games, including Contraband Police.
Ooh.
It has very positive ratings. So yeah, you check. You're a border guard who make in the communist country in the 80s. Smuggling, corruption, and forgery are order of the day here. Be vigilant and earn the respect of your superiors, but also maybe grab it. You could let some through, I suppose. So yeah. Speaking of Nvidia, though, they did just
1 trillion.
They briefly joined the 1 trillion valuation and then dropped down slightly below again. Yeah, Nvidia is they're growing. They're big. Like they're one of. I think there's. It says later in the article that there are like 10 companies in the world who has reached this level at some point. So yeah, congrats Nvidia, I suppose. They are very popular right now. On the Xbox side, we have a bunch of games going to Game Pass. We have Chicory coming to cloud, PC, and console. Have anyone any interest in that one from you guys?
Never seen it.
Nope.
I'm not familiar with it.
Me neither, to be honest. Okay, so
That's not it.
Chicory the flower. Oh, okay.
oh right, it's this one. We've talked about this on the show before. I think this was on PlayStation Plus for a while back.
Yeah.
It's like you paint. It's like a puzzle game where you paint a lot with and add color to create change the gameplay. So yeah, this is a cool title.
Interesting.
Very cool artwork or art style.
Yeah. Next up we have, unfortunately not for Cloud, but available day one on Game Pass, Far World Pioneers, which where you can play on either alone or on multiplayer servers with up to 32 players. So like I said, who's this from? Let's take a look and see who made this game, because I think I'm something about that art style makes me feel like, is this made by the Terraria team maybe? No, okay. But it looks very Terraria-like, right? Like,
Oh yeah, look at that.
So yeah, some sci-fi sandbox open world. I mean, day one is always nice. Arriving today, Car Mechanic Simulator.
Oh yeah.
There is, like, the Germans will love that one. They do like their simulator games.
See, I've seen quite a lot that everyone who's gone over it's gone like car mechanic simulator is the highlight of Game Pass games. It's not one that interests me, but it seems to be quite a good taking to it.
Yeah, people like it.
Yeah.
Slayers X Terminal Aftermath Vengeance of the Slayer. That was a mouthful. What's that? Anyone seen that before? It feels like Game Pass. This month's Game Pass is like, or this week's Game Pass news is very much like weird games you probably haven't heard of before but might be cool.
I love the name. The name attracts me a lot. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's linked.
Oh, look at that! It's like a boomer shooter. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But day one release.
Oh, I think I heard about that title now that I'm seeing it. But I don't know much about it though.
I mean, either 7 weapons, blood and gore, twisted music by C Page and Psycho Syndicate, and maps where you can blow up everything. Okay. now it's more interesting than before.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Then we have the Big Con, which is a very interesting art style. Very hand drawn. Hustle your way across the 90s America as a runaway teen con artist. So yeah, you're a con artist. That's an interesting take, like on. Like, it's not a style of game I thought I would see anytime soon. Then Amnesia: The Bunker.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yes. Now this is my type.
I
played
Amnesia
the
games are
Amnesia
great,
games.
I've
I
heard.
played the Amnesia games. They're
Allegedly.
awesome. Yeah.
They are allegedly great, but nothing for me. But yeah, good that you have something to scare the living shit out of you that soon.
You gotta get out of the bunker.
Yeah, and then making a return to the Game Pass library. I think is this a first? Something coming back to Game Pass? I don't think I've heard of that before. But Hypnospace Outlaw is returning to Game Pass. That's interesting.
Oh
And
wow,
it's,
that's trippy.
Yeah, this is overwhelmingly positive
Hey,
with a
there's
lot of
squid.
reviews.
I saw squid.
What even is this?
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah. What is it about again? I can't remember. It's just browsing
Weaknesses-
through like
yeah.
a 90s computer or something like that.
Yeah, it is a Hypnospace Patrol Department. As the world falls into slumber, Hypnospace becomes a bustling global village. These virtual streets aren't going to police themselves.
Hey, I've got similar statements. I've said similar statements.
But yeah, coming back to Game Pass. Have you guys seen any game coming back to Game Pass before?
Yes. Quantum Theory, I think it's called. Came back, I think. Or is it Quantum Theory? It's the same developers
yeah.
from that did Control. What's it called again? It's the game before Control. But the game, they ran out.
Yeah, Quantum Dream. Yeah.
Quantum Dream, they ran out of the contract and then they renewed the contract and it just came back. So,
Yeah,
so yeah,
maybe that
it
was a
can happen.
license thing then.
Yeah.
Because it's weird how the phrase like focus on like it's making a return to the Game Pass library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we had Rune Factory 4,
Mm.
which looks very much like a Japanese game.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
it's an older title. Like it says 2021 there, but I'm pretty sure it came out during like the PlayStation 3 era.
Yeah, I
looks
mean
like
this would
they're,
be some sort of maybe remaster possibly, but this is a PC release date, so might have
Yeah,
been earlier on console.
yeah, exactly. Like so it's like kind of like a farming simulator, but then you have to go out in dungeons and
Oh.
get some materials for crafting and stuff like that. So it's a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, you can apparently get married as well
Yay!
and have a
Yes,
dragon be the
yes,
officiator.
yes.
Now
yes,
I'm interested.
yes.
Yeah.
You can have a
Living,
dragon.
yeah, living my fantasies because I can't afford a wedding. So
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Well, you did just buy a house, so.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Next up, we have Stacking from Tim Schafer's Double Fine Productions comes which means this is technically a first party game, right? Yes, Rokk. It's a real panel. we are actually here. Hang on, is this a really old?
Stacking.
Yeah, Stacking. This is a really old
2012.
Double Fine from 2012 game from Double Fine.
Oh, Double Fine, really cool.
Yeah. So this like Russian dolls, those characters.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's interesting.
And.
So this does not look like a 2012 game, guys.
No.
Like I know they make like they're very artsy in their like this like graphically this looks great.
Yeah, some games just doesn't get old, right? Like they just
Yeah.
stand the
Yeah,
test of
I
time.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But yeah. So Stacking coming to Game Pass on June 8th, and then Dordogne. I don't know.
I was wondering how you were
Okay.
gonna pronounce
Yeah.
that.
Is it the French word or?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Never
no,
heard of
okay.
that one.
No, no idea what this is. But really new game. I mean, the developer feels very French, right? Ungena sais quoi? Yeah, as you can hear, I don't speak French. No, so
It would be-
Focus Indie Series. Focus
In French, it
Interactive.
would be Dordogne, but I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So immerse yourself in a unique narrative experience and explore the thousands summer colors of Dordogne. And as you revisit your childhood to uncover the lost family secrets of this touching, informative journey. So very watercolory vibe.
Yeah, it reminds me like of the
ooh,
Studio Ghibli
pretty.
kind of art style.
Yeah, like hang on, maybe this one has more actual game graphics.
I think I've seen that
This
before. I
looks
think it's
gorgeous.
been announced a few years ago, and looks like
Yeah.
it's only being released now.
Wow. Like
Oh,
the
wow.
art
It's
style
very
of this is
cool.
insane.
No, that's nice.
It's like an oil painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oil painting meets Ghibli.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. In France.
Say we need what we need to do is teach your golem how to speak French. I think that would
Oh.
be amazing.
In the next DLC pack, am I right?
Well, I would be up for hiring, but they would have to
No.
give me the French
no.
lessons
I love his voice. I love his voice.
Nice.
in the game. Yeah, I mean, like the Golem voice in Golem in the game Golem it's decent. It's good. I
Yeah.
prefer mine though.
No, I
personally.
said in my stream, I said nobody can do Gollum's voice better than Bjorn. I think that's the
I mean,
No,
Andy Serkis can do it better than I do, but
Yeah, I don't think nobody can do better.
I mean, Andy Serkis is definitely one who can do it better. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my Golem voice. But yeah, and then obviously Supperland has joined already as well. So I mean, what do you feel? Like a lot of really, it feels like a lot of smaller games, but there's quite a hefty list this week for Game Pass. So filling in that indie. Yeah, Reaver, you say that, but we haven't heard it yet. So you got to deliver. Let's have a Golem
Yeah.
off.
Call him out.
I got
Yeah.
my money on Bjorn.
Yeah, and an epic rap battle to decide.
Bjorn
Bjorn will do his homework. Be
Wait a
careful.
minute.
Yeah, it would be
Style.
Smeagol and
Wait a
Gold
minute. What
versus
voice? What
Smeagol
voice?
and Gold.
What voice? Exactly.
Yeah.
Smeagol. Yeah, over on the PlayStation side, we have the essential monthly games are announced.
I'm excited for Jurassic Park Evolution. I actually
Yeah.
showed that to my son. It's like, hey, we can go look at the dinosaurs.
But how does that play on with a controller? I wonder, because to me that is a game that screams mouse and keyboard.
You know what? If you use the controller, it's just like you're moving. They'll probably have something like a prompt to move around and stuff. They got it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've never, I've heard about the game, but I've never really played it. So is it kind of like a simulation? Like, do you
Yeah,
build a
it's
park?
it's from the obviously first of all NBA 2K23, great for the basketball fans. But yeah, so Jurassic
Sorry.
World Evolution
Pardon
2. It's basically
Season's over with.
it's like Zoo Tycoon or rather a Planet, because it's from Frontier Development Studios, so it's from the same guys who made Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, and it's basically the same, but it's in the Jurassic World. But there's also like a small quest system as well, so you get like small challenges.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This is next game is I love this game. I actually played this game on Game Pass.
Wreck to Yomi.
Yes, awesome game.
Yeah.
They don't have any much. I want to see footage. When you say that,
What did you think of it, Ray? Any
What did
thoughts?
you think of it?
I thought the graphics, because it's like a black and white side scroller, but it is the story's great. It's very well illustrated. Very easy to pick up the movements and stuff.
It's made by, it's published by developers.
I mean,
Digital.
That looks cool. That looks really cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, the
Wow.
shadows.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, real
Yeah,
sword
that's
play.
and
Real
you can
sword
throw,
play like from a samurai is pretty grody. Like
Yeah.
You can
limbs
throw,
come off.
You can throw
Wow.
daggers. You can throw throwing stars. This game is just. I love this game. Love this
Very
game.
nice.
Yeah, nice get for PlayStation.
And you think you're not just going side. You go up, down, in. There's different camera views too.
Ooh.
That is really cool and really great boss battles.
Oh,
No,
really?
what?
You know the Mongols thought they could go and invade Japan, and they found out because of the samurai they could not.
Take
It's very
that.
interesting.
Psych.
Yep.
Whoops.
They're like, these guys fight. What the hell?
Yeah, like everyone else just ran away when we came over on horses. But then again, they couldn't really come on horseback to Japan because
That's
water.
true. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Very interesting though if you look it up during that time period. It's
If
very
you
cool.
watch the kung fu action movies from the 60s and 70s, when they kill your sensei and you have to get revenge, master, I will get revenge and I will avenge the village. This is
Yeah.
one of
They
those
killed my
games.
cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's time to take
Yes.
revenge.
You killed my one master. Now I will decimate everyone. Like thousands. I love
You
it.
killed my cat. Prepare to die.
Oh my
I'd
god.
say for anyone that's not on PlayStation, I've just had a quick check. 'Cause it looks an interesting game. It's actually on GeForce now as well.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Yeah.
shot. Ed.
So if you
Yeah,
if you
good
if you
job.
don't have PlayStation Plus, or if you have it but you wanna splurge a little bit of cash on it, then
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely one I'll look out.
Yeah, definitely. A nice little story. So, most countries have some sort of foundation or like a association of that decides which things are actual sports in this country. That I think most countries have one of those, and in Sweden, that board has been saying recommending voting no to esports for years. However, despite the board saying we don't recommend you adding esports into the list of sports in Sweden, the Confederation's board has been pushed back, and the vote has gone through 108 to 71, which means esports is now an official sport in Sweden, joining a couple of other countries. It's not that many countries that have announced accepted it such yet. However, finally one more has. So yeah,
Nice.
Nice little set of news. I guess I'm gonna have to check my DMs later. And we can maybe we can put that up on the show. If I can somehow get audio to work.
Wait a minute, Bjorn, are you telling me I get black nut on my TV? Is that what you're telling me?
Let me tell you something, dude. SPG, you want talk to me after the show.
All right.
Yeah, Ray can solve that for you. Even could have solved that weeks ago.
No.
But yeah, Black Nut Games has now gone live on the Samsung Gaming Hub, and great news. And
For those that don't know, the Samsung Gaming Hub is absolutely awesome. Too bad Stadia's not on it anymore, but you can play all of your cloud gaming apps, man, right in it in one place, and it works pretty damn good for not having any hardware except what's in your TV. So pretty cool.
yeah, I mean, I have to struggle with all, like separate apps for everything on my TV. So I would love something like the Gaming Hub on my TV.
Yeah, but for anybody out there shopping for a TV, do not go buy a TV just for a gaming hub. Please don't.
Whoops. No, just kidding. Yeah.
It's a great TV though. Great TV.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with my Philips for now, or sort of happy. I love the image quality of it, but I don't like the lack of updates to the software. But yeah,
Like if they can get GFN, to 4K 120 through the app, that would be spectacular.
That would be cool.
I think that would move the needle for cloud gaming a little bit anyway.
yeah, might do. Yeah.
I had a Utomic account, and I'm gonna have. I really love this company.
Oh,
If you are like a retro, or kind of like old school gamer, this is a really good subscription. Get you a subscription. They got some really cool classic games.
Yeah. So they are celebrating 5 years.
Yeah.
And that means they as Ray mentioned before the show, they have outlasted Google's solution.
By 2 years. Look at that.
By 2 years. Yeah.
So happy birthday to you, Tomic. We're not gonna sing for you, but
we're glad you made it out of the crib.
I actually, when I had this subscription, I was PC games, and there was like, oh my god, like old PC games that I forgot, and I just played instantly. But now they also got PC and they have cloud. They do cloud as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so like it's basically like I think this would be one of the closest competitors to Game Pass in a sense, but for a slightly different different set of games.
yeah.
I lost everyone there for a second, and now we can go back. I
We're
don't know.
back. We're back.
Yeah.
My internet's problem. It might need a restart, but that's for later. Moving on, then we have some news that the Yuzu Nintendo Switch emulator is now available on Android. However, with some caveats.
Nintendo should be like a static. They should be super
happy.
yeah.
So happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy. Like
Somebody better sleep with their one eye open tonight. That's all I'm saying. Damn.
But like, yeah. So if you have, so if you have a Samsung device, or rather a device running a Snapdragon 865 or higher, which most high-end Samsungs do, but for example, my Pixel is not supported. So check that first. But if it works, if it is supported, then you could, in theory, download. So like if you have a Snapdragon phone that's from the last 2 years or something, you can run pretty much like a lot of Switch games in 30 to 60 FPS on your phone.
Nice.
I was really keen to try this out and like play Breath of the Wild with a Kishi on my phone. Like that would be nice, but
yeah.
But yeah, it didn't work at all for me. So
I love playing my games that I already purchased.
Exactly.
Yeah,
later, right?
I love
message.
I love Nintendo. I love
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Of course, don't
Love
pirate
you,
games.
love you.
If you own the game, You could you could do it this way, legally. Although Nintendo probably don't agree with that either, but legally you can. But yeah,
Let's
Nintendo's
be
not very
fair.
happy.
Let's be fair. You're not going to hurt Nintendo's bottom line, but you are going to hurt their feelings. So no.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. Right, another game coming to new platforms is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Is finally coming to PC, and it's quite soon. It's in July 26th.
Yes, we're getting a
Very nice.
special version too. Higher frame rates, ultra wide support, stuff that. Okay, I won't say that, but it's gonna look great on PC.
Yeah, it's gonna look better on PC than on PS5 if you have the hardware for it.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
But yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I mean, I love Ratchet and Clank.
This
It's
game
so nice.
This game on PC with all the bells and whistles turned on, the high frame rate, all that stuff, ray tracing, it's gonna look like a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
absolutely is.
Honestly,
I mean,
the last game on PS4 did look like a Pixar movie. It looked very close to the movie, like actual movie that came out. Though also, by the way, it was a kind of it wasn't a great movie, but it was not a bad movie at all.
No. But if you played this on my rig, you'd poop your pants, bro. It's gonna look amazing.
I mean,
it's gonna
honestly,
look great.
I mean, it did come out the PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it, played it on my PS5, and I was in awe. And I can't wait. I'm also gonna try it on PC and see how it is on PC as well. But awesome.
Yeah, and
I'm
also like the
just
way,
glad.
and also like the way they load different levels through those rifts in real time. Like it's
The
pretty
only
crazy.
sad thing about this is people aren't going to be able to experience it through GeForce Now. Like they're going to have the hardware to do it. You know what I mean?
Unless Sony and PlayStation gets their stick out of their ass and comes back to them.
Oh, how likely is that?
I was gonna say, I can't see that anytime soon.
At this point, it's propping them up like a puppet. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but let me dream, okay? But yeah, this is honestly when I get my PS5, this is the first game I'm downloading on it.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Can we say congratulations, Bjorn? Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I don't think I've said this on the show. Yeah, because this happened the day. So the day after show.
Unlocked frame rate? Sorry,
Yeah, so the
I've
day
seen
after
that.
the show last week, I got a message from Screen Rant that apparently I had won a giveaway, so I'm getting a PS5.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So looking forward to that, but I have no idea when it gets here. It might be in like next week, this week, might be in 2 months. Who knows? I don't care. I'm getting a free one. I'm that's enough for me.
And I also entered in it to win a PS5, and I saw it pop up in my DMs, and I was like, "Yeet, you're runner up," and I got a Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Yay!
Exactly. And just to finally, I mean, I feel I need to, since I did win it from them, I feel I should shout it. Like it was a collaboration between the publisher Dear Villagers and Screen Rant. So
Nice.
shout out them.
Nice.
And I mean, one of the games they are publishing, called Fabledom, is an amazing game that I really recommend to people. It's in early access, so. Yeah, this is like a quite small French publisher, celebrating their, I think it was 5 years anniversary or something. Did you guys see this tech demo from NVIDIA?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I
So
did
basically,
the AI.
It
AI
talks
bot.
weird, huh? Yeah.
yeah. So what they did was they basically, you could speak to the NPC into your mic to the NPC. It will then process as if you were speaking to a
Correct.
chat like ChatGPT,
People-
and then output that with AI back to you.
Yes, but
Um,
people are throwing a fit a little bit about the acting level. Well,
Yeah.
the AI didn't learn to act; it learned
No.
to talk to you.
Exactly.
Come on,
That
let
is-
us take some baby steps here, guys.
Yeah,
God.
Like
you
he
want.
wasn't like.
Yeah, like you want to use this tech and sell it. Yeah, well, just make sure that it's a sci-fi game. You're talking to robots. Done.
Right? Yeah.
They can't act either. Who cares?
Correct.
Like,
But eventually, though, I mean,
eventually, yeah, for sure.
yeah,
and the
they
thing
can
is,
learn,
the
yeah.
the AI obviously knew the game state, and could be like it knew what was happening in the world, so it could talk about events happening
Just
around the world. And
think of a game that you log into and you could walk up to any NPC and actually have a freaking conversation. It's make believe, yes, but you're actually getting dialogue structures that are on the
Thing
fly.
is, I've
Think
seen
about that.
I've seen this exact thing as well, but obviously with even worse, with a lot worse quality. But like the same feature, there's a Skyrim mod doing this.
Well,
So you
right,
can-
okay, but
So you
think
can
of
in Skyrim talk to any like you can sit down by the fire, talk to Lydia, and like ask her how her day was.
yeah. Skyrim is a bit dated though, but
Yeah,
so
yeah.
is Red Dead 2 at this point. But just think of Red Dead 2 and the type of world that is, and how it draws you into the environment and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And then you could walk up to a cowboy and just talk to him about sheep for like 2 hours. Like the game would like go on forever almost. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I could
Yeah.
see also
Well, yeah,
something
man.
very cool with that, where
Hey, can you
they-
tell me where I can fish?
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Well, there's good bass fishing down the road, but watch out for the old
My
Driscolls.
grandfather.
You know,
oh
watch
man,
out
coding
for
that
the
accent
Driscolls.
though, coding that accent, that's gonna take forever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's where
But
the
I mean-
acting comes in. They have to
Hang
learn to
on.
learn.
However, though, like because there is also like voice cloning AI. So like what they would, and I think what they've done in this case is they have run like they have taken recordings from someone, a voice actor or just someone recording, like a researcher recording the voice for them, and trained a voice clone on that voice. Like I've done tests with voice cloning. I just gave it all my videos with like background audio and everything, and that it was.
I realize
decent.
this is still like parameter based, and you got to hit certain thresholds for them to do stuff. But it would be very interesting when it's fully AI. Like there's no structure to it. You could just walk up and start talking. I think that would be so cool. I know this is like some of the first baby steps towards that. But very, very, very cool, man. Even if you don't like the acting from this guy, it's very interesting stuff nevertheless.
And it's also like, I mean, every game does and can feed you like they have like a data stream of everything that happens in the game, and that goes into a log. The AI can then learn from events in that log. So like if it's in the log that you killed a shopkeeper across the street, then this guy will probably like know that and not be very happy about it, or maybe very happy because it was a competitor. And like the AI can then come up with situations. Because I mean, I've tried, I've played around with ChatGPT and be like, so give me a setup for a D&D session, the start of a session. Give me a setup. Like this is the
That breaks my heart, Bjorn. That breaks my heart.
And I mean, it was the thing is I did it as a test, and it was like it was
I know,
it
that's
wasn't
cool.
great, but it was decent.
Yeah.
So like the amount and I mean, if you just feed it and you go, oh, this happened last time. Give me an intro or a recap
All I can say is automation and AI is coming for all your jobs. Be careful. It's
I mean,
happening.
I am currently.
You don't even need legal advice anymore. You could go to Chat GPT and be like, "Yo, here's my legal concern. What are the ramifications?
For
What?
for real, what I did at
insane.
work today was I automated away a manual process that had been manual for 6 years.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Because I couldn't be bothered doing it manually because it was like I'm gonna have to spend all my summer doing this, or I automate it in like a week now, and then I'm done. So yeah, automation is coming for all of us. Next up, our friend Lee Reed noticed that X Defiant has been rated for multiple platforms, and yesterday or 2 days ago. Maybe
Who played that?
Maybe a shadow drop on Ubisoft Forward on June 12th, huh? What do you think?
Maybe.
Right, but yeah.
Does anybody like it? Let's ask that. Does anybody like it? Did they play it?
You know what? Like, it improved since it first started. I find that they did some tweaks, and it's a lot more enjoyable now from the last one that I've tried. But it was definitely rough when I first started it. So hopefully, they keep that stability.
And I agree with Ninja Guy X as well. Hopefully they'll improve it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I guess we'll see. Or they just want to get it out the door.
We're being very polite, SPG.
I see that.
Yeah. You can hear in the tone of your voice that this was very much a political way of speaking it. Yeah.
I throw those questions out. They're not softballs all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean it's coming June 12th. Probably, possibly, maybe, we don't know, but looks increasingly like it. Next up, so there are some rumors going on that Comcast is considering getting into gaming.
Oh my gosh.
Like, as a Swedish person who's never had anything to do with Comcast, I don't know what I should feel about this. Like,
you don't.
But I mean, to you guys who have been dealing with Comcast,
okay,
how do you feel about this?
My only opinion. Comcast has taken enough of our money. Enough said. Goodbye. Has anybody had Comcast?
Yes, I've had Comcast. And then when we got our house, we got something else. Damn.
South Park has a great bit. A great bit about South Park and ISPs. It's amazing.
There you go. Let's leave this room and not bother
Thank
about
you,
this.
Crow. Thank you, Crow.
Hey, Crow. That's what I was getting at.
I watch a streamer and all he does is complain about Comcast because that's what he has.
I just think there's some companies that they should just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And
so the South Park skit is Kyle or Cartman goes in to complain about their ISP, and Comcast, the guy sitting behind the desk, and they're complaining, and he's got two little zippers above his nipples, and he pulls his nipples out and starts going, "I'm sorry." Like, it's incredible. Comcast is not a great company, guys.
Oh my gosh.
But they're apparently exploring. Rumor is that they're exploring a deal involving EA, Nintendo, Take-Two, or Activision if the Blizzard, if the Microsoft buyout fails. Yikes! I hope that doesn't happen. Let's just put it that way. Some rumors, or maybe it's confirmed news about Cyberpunk 2077. Phantom Liberty. Hang on, what happened here?
Yeah.
Screen's dropped.
Whoa.
Am I back? Okay.
Yeah.
Comcast alone.
I have
I
no
think
idea.
Comcast had something to do with it.
Yeah, they know. They know.
Exactly. There we go. Much better. But yeah, so Phantom Liberty news. There apparently will be according to rumors, I think, will add a third-person mode.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
People wanted to see their outfits.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
why I don't
varying
know, because like
coats
most outfits will just look freaking horrible because you mix like a sombrero with like
if you remember the early glitches, you could wave at people running down the road.
They want to see a naked person drive a motorcycle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's all.
Oh,
they
yeah.
want.
That's what
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, because I mean, out of these 5 points, let's go. I mean, yeah, you will be able to visit Crystal Palace in one quest. There's a new ending apparently in it. And also more Pan Am and new romance scenes and new romance options.
Wait a minute. Is the Crystal Palace the space station?
I think I think they're going to LA in this expansion.
Really?
Or Vegas, maybe. No, I think it might be, or something like that.
Well, it's okay. One mission. You got more Pan Am and Judy romance scenes. Great. We can make love more. New romance options, so we might be able to romance like the dude who's like screaming about all the crazy stuff. That'd be neat. And ending where V survives. That could be cool too. But you get that already. If you get the Don't Fear the Reaper ending.
Yeah, you get all of this in that.
Yeah.
I think
Very
more
weird.
love dolls on every corner. More love dolls on every corner.
Yeah, I mean it is a special game.
Well, okay. What do you
That is
think is
a
going
good-
to actually happen, Bjorn? Because I was hoping for another 20 levels or some more perks, or looks like none of that's going to be changing. It looks like it's just going to be some tacked on
I think
stuff.
it's gonna be more content with Idris Elba.
Hey.
More story and more content. So like reasons to go back and get back in the game. I don't think it will be like that much more
So you think
game.
level 50 street cred, level 50 on your character is all going to stay the same?
I think so. Yeah, maybe possibly. I don't see why they would change that
Man,
really.
That's going to really impede me playing it again. I just
But I think-
recently went
however,
through
I
the
think they
whole
might-
game again.
I think though they might add some new tools and gadgets and skills that wasn't in the game before, like it's like new stuff to play around with. But I don't see why they would have to increase the like the level cap for that.
No,
They
no,
might,
no, no,
they
no.
might.
But what I'm saying is, if they increase the level cap, it would be that much more of an expansion because you could get more build out of your run.
That is
Because
true.
when you're
That
when
is
you're
true.
when you're going through Cyberpunk, now I know they added the fact that you can reset all your perk points and reset them. But the interesting thing is that when you're playing the game, you don't have enough time to max everything out. You can't. So you have to be build specific when you're picking some of your stuff.
Yeah,
I just think that could help a little bit, but
yeah, for sure.
we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's quite close now. I think about a month away or something like that. Meta Quest VR 3 VR headset has been announced, along with a bunch of new VR games. And it's apparently going to cost $4.99 for the 128GB version, launching this fall.
You know what? If you turn that sideways, I used to wear that when I played soccer.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's like 40% slimmer, high resolution, more powerful, better Snapdragon chipset. So yeah, it's more of the same, but better. It's supposed to be 100% backwards compatible, and all of the games they showed off on the showcase today was also coming to the Quest 2. So if you have a Quest 2, I don't see many reasons to upgrade maybe, but if you don't have a Quest and want one, then I suppose wait a little bit to get a 3 instead, or pick up a 2 on yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're joking or not, because that wouldn't surprise me. Like if Apple went out had an announcement like right
No.
now being like Apple glasses, like, I would like checks out.
Yeah, that price would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, 3,000. Yeah, that makes sense. Going back to CD Projekt Red for a little bit, the remaining development team of Gwent will be laid off at the end of the year.
Oh man.
And Gwent will be deprecated.
I have to give CD Projekt Red super props on their Gwent game. It's actually a very cool card game.
It is very great, very good.
Yeah. They did a lot of good stuff on it.
Yeah,
so.
but I also see like it's been out for years now. I can see them being like, we don't know what to add to the game anymore. I mean, I'm guessing they're gonna leave it spin because I mean, development winds down, but it's not gonna go offline. It's just like, yeah, we're done making new stuff for it. You can enjoy the game as much as you want. We're moving on. Which is fine. Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, pardon me.
I'm surprised that they're not like giving them jobs to other CD Projekt Red projects. You know, like they're just laying them off. So it's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
I suppose maybe they had to cut back a little bit.
That's sad.
Oh, it's not a joke. Well, yeah, I mean, checks out. Yeah.
That is pricey. But I wonder what they'll do. I hope they do all kinds of stuff, like open your garage doors, you're driving in, like something interesting. Come on.
Wow, I'd pay 3K for that.
Yeah, I mean the latest rumors from like a week ago I can find is like saying like guessing it might cost $500. But hang on, no, this is the newer one. That says it might cost 3K. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Leakers claim around $3,000. Other rumors, yeah.
So is it AR glasses or VR glasses? I'm reading that. It's...
AR/VR.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
Honestly, I'm not that interested in what Apple puts out. Period. So,
I agree with Bjorn.
like, sure, go do an AR VR headset, but like, I'm not gonna get one either way because I don't want an Apple products at all.
But what if, your favorite game sequel comes on it? You know, you'll have no choice.
Yes, I'll skip it.
Okay.
Like I
Wow.
I don't like Apple with a passion. I've had so many bad experiences with Apple devices, and everyone is always like, oh, they just work. No, they don't. At least not for me. Like they don't work. That's the thing, and you can't do shit when they don't work because it's so locked down. Yeah, but anyway, speaking of something else on Apple,
Oh,
Nintendo.
somebody else hurt Nintendo's feelings. Go ahead.
Exactly. So the Dolphin emulator decided to put the emulator on Steam, and then Nintendo was mad and said to Valve, "Take it down," and Valve was like, "Ah, fine."
Well, it's kind of funny they did though, because like it's already out in the wild. You can put
Yeah,
it
I
on
mean-
any Android device, and like
Yeah, I have it installed on my phone. I think I have it installed on my TV. I don't use it. I don't have any games to like loaded for any of it. But I have it there in case I get an urge to download something and play it. But like the Dolphin emulator is great.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, it runs
There's
so
a-
well.
there's another Google emulator or Android emulator that's called Chick, CHICK, and it actually gives you the ROMs with it. Shh, I didn't tell you that.
Oh wow. All
I
the
didn't
purchase
get it.
ROMs. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Happy
Oh,
chick.
Yeah, happy. to-
yeah. There it is. There it is.
Nice.
Huh. I'm gonna
It's got
keep that
the-
tab open for later.
It's got the ROMs with it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hurt Nintendo's feelings too.
Yeah. So this one we talked about briefly last week. Has any, you weren't on the panel last week. How do you feel about the?
Bjorn, you got a PS5. You just won one, right?
I'm not gonna get this. No.
Okay. Well, no. I just want to ask you a question. What's your use case for this device?
I guess remote play on like in bed or couch or something. But I also have a Kishi and I have a phone. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, I talked to somebody and they're like, "Okay, when I go poop, maybe I'll use it." Okay, which is a good. People take their
Yeah.
phones. Okay, whatever. But
You've been speaking to David.
yes, the bog. Yeah. So the bog. You've got bed, and then if you're watching TV and your kid wants to play, you could be like, here, take the mobile.
Yeah.
Those
But
are
I-
options. But other than that, I can't see a reasoning for buying it. I really can't.
Yeah.
No,
Same.
it's the fact that it's like really. I mean, everything you've read so far as well, it is just remote play stuff
Yes.
you've got on your PlayStation
Yeah.
5. You can't connect it to any cloud sources. You can't use it for anything else. It is very limited. It sounds like an Apple product.
Nice.
Shots
Nice way to say
fired,
that.
and I love it.
Yeah. Like I'm seeing that, and I'm like, there has to be more to it, right? Like it's so
I mean,
limited.
there are
like, it makes no
rumors
sense.
that the Sony is looking to expand their cloud offering, and so maybe this will also support cloud. But at the same time, they didn't say so now, and I mean,
Dude,
I
it's got
guess
a
we'll
te-
I guess we'll see. Like if it also is a device that can stream from like PlayStation Cloud directly to it, I'm more interested if the price is right.
I understand,
yeah,
but if it's half the price of the ROG, they fail.
yeah, if it,
They
like, it
fail
has to be like
completely.
less. It has to be like
They have to almost give it to
150,
you.
150, 200 maximum, and maybe even that is too expensive.
Well, they almost
think-
have to bundle it with the system. Almost.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, Rue?
I'm not trying to be
Rue
be an ass,
is
but
Team Q. Rue is Team Q.
like it's got a 1080p screen. I don't know, man. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sold.
mean,
That's for damn
I
sure.
would love an Android tablet with that form factor and a controller, DualSense controller to clip onto it, so I can then
Well,
use
like,
that tablet as a nice tablet. Because
Well,
I'm
PlayStation-
still in the market for a tablet in that size.
Well, PlayStation already has remote play, right? You can
Yeah.
put it on any screen you want if
Yeah.
you can install the app.
Yeah, and that is on
Yeah,
Android.
this thing
so,
is irrelevant.
yeah.
Irrelevant
But-
because of that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if this is a Sony tablet, because Sony makes pretty good devices. Like my
Oh,
mother-in-law has had an old Sony tablet before it got stolen. It was great, like one of the best tablets I've seen, except for the Nvidia tablet that I had, and before that the Nixon
Well,
tablet.
this mock-up here looks like I would snap it in half
Yeah,
because I just grip stuff like a gorilla sometimes, and I think
Yeah.
I'd break it.
but like
just
imagine having like a DualSense featured controller that
no, that'd be
snaps
cool.
on. You can snap on like a Kishi on top of a 8-inch tablet, and then you can just use the tablet out without it as a normal Android tablet. I would buy that easily. if I had spare cash for it, but which I probably don't. But
Hey,
still,
Rudix, that doesn't work. You can't go hands free with a handheld. Go ahead. Sorry.
I already had a Wii U.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, for me, it's the price, and I would love to go into the store and just be able to check it out and hold it and see how the grip is for me, and see where the buttons and everything. Can I actually play a game? How the buttons and everything are set out, because it kind of seem like they're like out, like I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
But if it's over $300, hell no. No, if it's over $300, no.
Then again, guys, if it also does cloud gaming from Sony, does that increase the want for it?
Not for me. They'd have to have games in the cloud I really want. All their PS5 titles in the cloud would be fantastic. I'd sign up for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's the way it is, though, right?
No, because I mean, I have
We'll see.
just like you said. I mean, I have a phone that has
Like Flavor Flav. That's what I'm talking
and
about.
wear it around my neck. Yeah, exactly.
You know what time it is, Ray?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I love Rudix.
I need to hear a little bit more. I just think at a showcase, instead of showing it off, I think you should tell it all. You showed it, so say everything. Keep everybody in speculating and people in suspense. Just let us know.
Yeah, but moving on then. So last week we talked about briefly about Embracer losing a $2 billion deal. And I think that somewhere down, they had here, like, it was nothing. They have now come up with a little bit more details, saying it was nothing to do with the commercial terms. They've already agreed, and everything was done, ready to go. And the feedback, there's a strong belief in the deal from both sides. So the decision is an external factor from this transaction. He didn't elaborate to who the partner was or the full deal involved, but he did describe it as a groundbreaking strategic partnership agreement that would have set a new benchmark for the industry.
So Bjorn, can you give me like a quick summary of what happened? 'Cause
Yes,
I'm
so-
a little bit confused. Yeah.
So last week, Embracer, like the day before their big quarterly announcement, or like yearly announcement and quarterly announcement of the finances, they apparently had a massive deal worth $2 billion lined up and ready to go. And then they decided, and then it was like, oh, all right, we haven't heard from them in a few days. Let's just call them up and see if we can we get it finalized before and signed before tomorrow? And who's this guy?
Look at that.
Hey.
The stream has gone prettier all of a sudden.
How are you, fellas?
What up?
Welcome.
Too bad.
I was going to stay out until I heard Bjorn get really sassy about Apple. I thought, no, someone's got to come in and defend the app.
Do they really? They're $1 billion business. They don't need you.
No, they're $1 trillion
Yeah, trillion. Sorry. Even more so than Nvidia are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, but anyway, like the Embracer deal. So they called them up to see could we finalize it before we go and present this quarter's numbers, because this will massively boost it and the outlook for this year. And they said, oh, sorry, the deal's off. So they lost a $2 billion deal and their stock tanked. What was it? 40% down or something?
Yeah, it was significant.
Significantly that drop. And apparently there's also rumors that the CEO has, because the Saudis had invested a bit quite recently. There's also now rumors that he's there trying to appease the Saudis. So they're like, we haven't lost all your money. We stay in. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, apparently it was supposed to be a new benchmark for the industry. I kind of wonder what that could have been.
It's a good time to buy Embracer stock, that's for sure.
Could be, yeah. If you, I mean, I think they have they have it set out for them. So
Got a lot of IPs, man. A lot of IPs.
yeah, like they have the Lord of the Rings. They had Tomb Raider. Those are probably the biggest ones. But yeah, they had
Yeah.
massive. moving on then. Google Play Games is now out in Europe and all of Europe and New Zealand. I downloaded it and opened it and looked through the list of games and realized there's nothing in here. Like, I play a lot of mobile games. None of them are in this list. It's basically
man,
just
really?
like, yeah, because it's like 100 different games available, and it was something, and it's very, very, very not a lot. I think you can bring it up now. Let's bring up the actual app and take a look at what's in there, because it's not a lot of fun things. It's very much, yeah, it's like Mobile Legends, bang bang. Like Grim Valor is a it's supposed to be a pretty good indie game from 2019. Like that's not a bad game, but I don't play it. But it's like Fallout Shelter. But it's Lords Mobile. Yeah, it's.
There's some good titles. Yeah.
I mean, it's very much like there isn't that much like that appeals me in this list. Like, yeah, they have Asphalt 9, but like, they have this totally not cyberpunk. I don't know how they curated this list of the games to go in here, but like there are 10,000 better games on Android within this list than what they have. And like I say that as someone who loves Android games, like this list is not it. There's like cash grabs and like
I just
really
don't,
crappy games.
Don't understand. Just don't get it.
Yeah, Google, what are you doing?
I thought they'd rolled this out a little while ago.
They had in certain countries, but like, it was like a select few countries a while ago, and now it's finally in all of Europe and New Zealand as well. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I suspect they're going to put all the games on there, and if that means I can, keep playing my Genshin Impact on save or without, for example, or I could do that anyway. But like any of the mobile games I play, like my Bad North save, I keep playing that on there, and like Google Play Pass is a great value, I would say, as it is. If I could also then play all of those games on my computer, I mean, they have stuff like Final Fantasy VII in there, for example, for like $35 a year.
Is there any crossover with the Stadia guys at all?
No.
I mean, there's no connection
this is
at all.
just
Staff or
pure,
anything?
like they're basically like they're emulating Android running on your computer, basically.
Right. Okay.
So
Do they all support controller, or some of them are just like click?
I don't know. I haven't tried one of the games yet, so
Okay.
I don't know actually. I guess
Yeah,
we'll figure that out. But
Because for example, Mobile Legends, they only support the movement with the analog stick, but they only support touchscreen for like the attacks and stuff like that. So I'm wondering like how that transfers,
yeah, probably. I think. I mean, you have a mouse, I suppose.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I might give it a try, because I'm very
Yeah.
curious about that. Yeah.
I mean, if you can find games in there that you want to play, but I looked through the lists and I couldn't find a single game I was interested in trying out.
yeah, I'll try a free game, and make an opinion.
I mean,
on it.
even though among those, well, there's nothing here that I want to play. Like, why?
Oh, you don't
so
want to
yeah.
play Lords Mobile?
No. The closest one was Lineage 2, but that is like a mobile port of an MMO though, so that's been out for like 20 years. Like, I wasn't that keen on that one. I tried it once for like an hour. I was like, yeah, this is not that good. Yeah, moving on then. So Assassin's Creed news: Mirage will be fully subbed and dubbed in Arabic, if you want to. So if you want to, you can switch to like keep English subs and subtitles and have everyone speak Arabic and have everything be very
Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Arabic.
Yeah.
Makes sense because it is in. I mean, it's set in Baghdad. Like when it's like
Yeah, it kind of
when
makes
you,
sense, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it makes sense in the setting. Everyone is supposed to speak Arabic, so
Yeah.
I honestly I think I'm gonna play it in Arabic for the most part.
Well, the subtitle, like Arabic, letters are so beautiful. It's such a beautiful
Alright.
writing, So it's
Well,
gonna
they
be
gave
cool
us the
to-
number 0, of course.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without them we wouldn't have that. So yeah, and this guy Ayad Nassar is apparently a really big actor in the like a big name actor in the Middle East.
Nice.
They speak Arabic in Baghdad. It's Iran, isn't it? They speak
Um,
Iranian, don't they?
I think they speak Arabic.
Isn't
There might be like versions of it.
Isn't Arabic people from Arabia?
I think Arabic is spread all over the Middle East.
So around that part, like Iraq and all of that, the Middle East, they have Arabic, and they also have Jewish, the Jewish language there.
And a lot of these it's like quite heavily regional accents. It's nothing like the like I would assume it's pretty much like American and Scottish English is very different, two different things.
Yeah.
And I mean Arabic in Iran versus Arabic in Iraq even it's probably quite a big difference.
Yeah. I have to say, I am loving Ray's beard, by the way. It's, he's looking really studious, isn't he?
Are you serious?
Professor.
Check out.
Professor Cyborg.
No. Bjorn's beard.
He's got his
It's
eyes
all
on
about
you,
Bjorn.
Ray.
Yeah.
It's all about
I can't keep my eyes off of him. Yeah.
Bjorn.
His beard is majestic.
Man.
Both of those
Dude,
beards.
when he takes the brush or the comb and he's going through it.
Yeah, I
come
don't
on
know
now.
where my brush is from the. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Did-
Are we gonna get a beard off?
if you start combing it and a
Let's stand
French
down.
fry falls out, I'm gonna laugh my ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, there are a number of languages spoken in Iraq, but Mesopotamian Arabic or Iraq Arabic is by far the most. Okay, yeah. Thank
Crow,
you,
if you know, do the Sunnis and the Shiites share the exact same language? Because I was going to mention it, but I wasn't certain. Let me know if you know.
Yeah, good question. But while you check that out, obviously the big game.
I can't
The
stop
big game
watching
right
Bjorn now. Nice.
Is this
the-
Avon, the game?
The big game this week is probably Diablo 4.
Diablo!
And I think we should start by going full circle. So I mean, I think you all remember the infamous horse armor DLC of Oblivion.
Oh, yes.
Look what's in the cash shop. It's a horse armor
Sweet.
they can buy for the premium currency in Diablo 4. We've gone full circle.
Yes.
But yeah, so Diablo 4 is out. The reviews are looking pretty good. I haven't checked them.
So if you've got the deluxe version, you can play it today. Otherwise, you'd have to wait till the 6th of June. Yeah.
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 So currently the critic reviews puts it at an 88.
Oh
Wow.
That's a
Very
very
good.
good score.
Good.
That's a good score. Yeah, I think Winter Central puts it as one of Blizzard's best game. It might maybe Blizzard's best game ever.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's being praised pretty heavily. Two ones that are below 70, but
I wonder how it compares to Diablo 3. Can you check the score, just out of
Yeah,
curiosity?
it's a good question.
Yeah. Because Diablo 3 had was a little bit mixed at the beginning. Oh yeah. Oh, it did pretty good too. Interesting.
88 as well.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Use a
And
score.
then,
we don't,
That's
we don't talk
interesting.
about that. Yeah.
Diablo 288 as well? Let's see.
Diablo.
Maybe Roman numbers.
Maybe spell it right as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Crow.
Let's see. Diablo 3. There we go. 2. 88. Come on.
Is
No
it
way.
really?
Wait a
Come on.
minute.
I'm-
minute. What is going on?
I'm
What is
sensing
going
a
on?
pattern here. I'm
Yeah,
sensing-
conspiracy.
something's wrong.
Yeah.
It can't all be All right, let's
They
just
probably
just take
updated Diablo to 88 because of the new one. All of them got it probably by mistake.
Yeah. Oh, it's dropped to 87. Let's see. I'm trying to find the original is 94 though.
94.
I just put my review in. Don't worry.
So we went 94, 88, 88, and now 87 and counting. So yeah, Diablo 4. You guys gonna play it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably just wait for the standard because I mean I like it, but I'm not like Crow. I know Crow bought the $100 Diablo one. Yeah,
Well,
and I know he's excited.
He's also going to disappear into the game for at least an entire month. So
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the demo. I played the beta and I loved it. I thought the character walking in the snow and the snow prince and taking on the monsters and going inside buildings. I mean, I demo sold me, want it, but not for $100.
Yeah.
not the $100 edition.
Yeah. How about you? You gonna play the Diablo 4?
I'm gonna be honest. I've never played any of the Diablo games.
Oh, wow.
I'm not the only one.
No, me neither.
I played a little bit of Infinity because I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. But yeah, no.
I'm surprised, Bjorn.
I played a little bit of Infinity. I didn't care for it.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't care
not,
for the, like,
I don't know, I'm not much for top down games. I don't know. Maybe I've become a bit of a snob. Stadia was getting me out of that when I was trying all different games. And now I've gone back to to play a game I need to pay pretty much pay full price, or if I get CD keys or something like that. But yeah, it might be something I do. I do need to start branching out. There has been games I have started to dabble with, so maybe I do need to start looking back at some of the older ones and catch up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for me it's similar. I also haven't played very much. I played a little bit, but the things I generally like this style of game. It's just I don't like it's too much of a too much looter shootery for me, I think.
Oh, it might be for me too, but that's just kind of like the design of the game. But I tell you what, if you look at Diablo, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and then Diablo 4, you can certainly see a shift in design and like level detail. And I just think that's incredible, man. How they can fit so much into that single plane like game. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like because I mean one of the I did see like the one line from the review that I given it a 70, which was basically like if you're playing Diablo 4 for the story, you're doing it wrong. That's not it. And I generally like playing my games for the storyline, unless it's like a city builder or a strategy game. And even then, if it has a good story, I'm even more excited. So like this is a game that focuses on the style of gameplay that it does. I don't really enjoy that style of gameplay that much, and it doesn't focus that much on the story, and I prefer story. So I've never been and as a person, like you play it for the end game, and I don't care for end game in games in general. Like if I get to the end game of a game, I'm usually done. Like I don't stick around for raid bosses and everything like that. I don't like that. I have no interest in it. So Diablo's never been a game I care about.
I enjoyed the demo. I mean, I only played the first demo, but I thought it was definitely a game I'd want to play. I've got it on my rent list, and if I couldn't rent it, I'd probably buy it. I actually was that impressed enough. After playing The Ascent, which I gave away last Friday, that was the first top-down game that I played, and I really got into it, and it completely changed my view of the genre. And now I actually really enjoy it, so I would be quite happy to give it a go, and I'm definitely going to play it on rent. Yeah. What's Ray showing there?
This is loaded. This was a top-down that actually came out on the PlayStation 1, and then I got it on the Sega Saturn. This really got me into playing top-down games. And then I started playing first-person shooters and third, view and all that. And now I think they're doing a really good job with the graphics and the sound and stuff like that. That it kind of brought me back to playing it. But I agree with you, Rokk. I loved that top-down game as well.
No, I know you and I both loved that one. It's a great game.
And then don't forget, there was some top-down games that were nominated for Game of the Year, like Hades and God, what else? I'm forgetting something, but like Vampire Survivor, man. Like games are just I don't know. Top down, don't underestimate it. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I don't like Diablo, and I'll tell you why. Don't do this. Don't no, not BG3. BG3 is amazing. No, the reason I don't like Diablo is because a friend talked me into playing it. He bought it for me even. I didn't buy it. He said, like what Crow says in the chat there, that the game doesn't even start till the end game, right? My problem is that my buddy's like, hey, pick this up, do that, touch this, talk to that person.
That's so annoying. Yeah.
Go in the corner while I kill Diablo. Now we're really playing, and I'm like, I don't like the game.
You get new friends. Get new friends.
I'm working on that, right? I'm working.
Here it is.
Yeah. Get new friends.
No, but so the end game didn't mean anything to me.
Hey,
so I was like, I don't even like it.
I played Rainbow Six Siege. Who is the idiot Ray3473? Oh my God. You suck! You suck, Ray! You suck! Oh my God!
Tell Evan to be nicer to you when you're gaming.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, I mean, yeah.
But I get what you mean, SPG. I got that same experience for a few games. I actually got that with Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I had a friend who was like really, really good at the game, and I just followed him, and not really playing the game. He skipped all the dialogues. I wanted to experience the story. He just like, no, I've seen this 1,000 times. Like, I don't want to see that. So he just like kept going, and it's just not the experience that's fun,
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, like, I've never been in, like I said, I've never been interested in Diablo, and I don't see Diablo 4, like, it doesn't matter how many murals they paint in Stockholm, it doesn't matter how much marketing there's going on, I'm not, like, I don't care for it. And also, like, at this, like, with all the stuff with, like, happening in Blizzard, and Activision Blizzard with the, like, harassments and stuff, I feel like I don't need to give them my money right now. And also, they've been bought by Microsoft, so I can wait. If I want to play it, I can play it after it's been put on Game Pass. Like, yeah.
It can happen, yeah. It's I feel like, yeah, it's like a nostalgic game, right? Like, it's just like Mario and Zelda. Every game that releases, a lot of people are into it because they're so nostalgic about the characters and stuff. And Diablo is the same, where people who really enjoyed it, especially the second one, where people got really into it with Battle.net, they're just really, they're just keep on going with with this content.
And remember, guys, that's upper management that are a-holes, not the developers.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah,
definitely. But you have to drop, right?
Yeah, I do actually. I got a jet.
No, you got 10 minutes. He's got 10 minutes.
5 more minutes.
He's got 10 minutes.
5 more minutes.
But yeah, I'm gonna jet here in a little bit. But yeah, great conversations, guys. What do you think of Diablo 4, Bjorn? Are you buying it? Are you playing it?
No.
No? Come on.
I might
if I can do 2 and not like it, you can do 4.
I feel like if it's put on Game Pass, I'll give it a go.
Do you think it will be?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
There's no mention of it coming to Game Pass.
I mean, when the purchase has gone through.
Hey.
Then everything will go in Game Pass. So it's like,
that's true.
I'm
If
thinking
it
like
happens.
years later. I'm thinking years. I don't think.
yeah, but like I'm in no hurry to play it because I don't care for the game anyway. So like, I can wait 4 years or whatever. It's fine.
He's too busy with his huge Knights versus Waifs games that he plays.
See, I mean, the last MMO
MMO
I played was New
Beaver
World
game.
by Amazon Games, which I thought was really cool and it was really hyped up. And then I kind of stopped playing it. So I need a good MMO to get back into.
Guild Wars 2.
Play.
Yeah.
Join me in Guild Wars 2. That's
Don't
what's happening.
play any game of
I
Guild
played
Wars, don't do it.
I played Guilds of War 2. I played that, and yes, I like that as well.
It's still getting new
like
content.
that. I like
New
that.
content dropped last week.
That's crazy.
I still claim my Amazon Prime stuff. My little
Nice. You'll have a full inventory next time you log in. Then
exactly.
yeah. One of the only issues I have with Guild Wars 2 is the inventory management is not that great. So, but yeah, so I did come across a bit of an interesting retrospective of a sorts, which is that 10 years ago, so someone took a look at what was the market share of M-rated games 10 years ago, and then compared that to now. And obviously, like percentage of games in like 2011 was less than 10%, whereas the percentage of sales was like almost 25%.
What's an M-rated mobile?
No, like
Mature.
mature.
Yeah, I'll think it'll be R. Yeah, the UK will be R-rated, won't it?
Yeah, or 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and I mean that category of games includes things like Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or Mortal Kombat, Assassin's Creed, Resident
Anything
Evil,
with
God
any
War.
kind of violence or
Yeah,
Drugs.
graphic.
saggy.
Most games.
All the good
VR
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
virtual
Most games.
virtual games that
rather you'd
I do
think
not
it's most games.
approve of.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think it's most games, but apparently it's like between 5 and 10% of games 10 years ago that was that side. They did stand for more like 25% of sales though, and then the question was then, but what's the number now? And apparently, so the market share of M-rated titles has gotten in 2018 it was 30, like that 25%, then it went to 35% in 20, then it dropped to 30, 26, 20 during the pandemic, when everyone
was
bought Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Did they show 2013 up there as one of the dates? I'm just wondering. I saw 2010.
No, it was 2005 to 2011.
2013 was a good year. Like
It was.
one of the best year ever.
GTA 5 came out then.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering, because that one
Wonder if you
sold
mentioned
a
that, no.
lot of copies.
Yeah, no, they didn't. But they did say, I mean, Fortnite and Minecraft are like massive hits, so they're not M-rated, and therefore also obviously make up a lot of like a bit massive market share of those games alone.
At GameStop when I used to come out of the store, Psst, Mister, yeah, Psst, hey, can you pretend that you're my uncle? What? Yeah, they won't let us buy this game because it's rated R. And I'm like,
So
I'm
don't
sorry.
buy it.
I'm sorry. Then I said, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to find somebody else. You know, it's weird, but there's a particular GameStop where there's all these kids hanging out, and it's the weird, and they're like, hey, can you buy this game? Pretend you're my uncle or something. I'll buy you a soda or I'll buy you something. I was like, nah.
Trouble is they were white.
Oh my gosh.
Can I just check? Do you think, Bjorn? Do you think it's got something to do with? If you think about it, you've got kids that were 10 years ago they were kids, and now of course they're not kids. So is the increase in sales just because there are, there's a sort of a wider demographic of gamers that it's kind of growing?
Yeah, I think it's one of those I mean, there's always gonna be the family-friendly hits, like I mean, Zelda isn't M-rated. Pokemon.
That's where the Switch lives, isn't it?
Yeah, they need pretty much all Nintendo stuff, but also things like Just Dance, or there's a whole bunch of games, so like Ratchet and Clank, that aren't rated M-rated for because they don't need, all games don't have to be M-rated. But I think there will always be that market share of quite a lot of family-friendly games or teen games, and then there will always be the anywhere between 15 and 30% being more M-rated games each year. I think that's healthy for the industry to have a mixture of it. I wouldn't want it to be 5%, because that means I think we're limiting the experiences and stories we can tell in games. But I don't want it to be 50, because then that's limiting the amount of new games in a year to just the adults. Games that are for everyone.
But you were showing that the percentage of games that are M-rated has dropped over time, but the percentage of sales has increased.
So the percentage.
So that becomes more of a social thing than a commercial thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the amount of games being released every year in 2011 compared to now, it's like staggeringly different. I mean, what like in 2011, like how many games did we release a week then? Maybe 100 games a week across the industry or something, and now it's like 100 games a day. And I mean, obviously, with that, like the amount of the market share for M-rated games is probably gonna reduce. Yes, Phoenix Ninjas moved to their new house.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of moving. I have so much stuff to do still, but I wanted to take some time.
Yeah, I mean, you need to take a break from stuff every now and then.
Exactly.
I'm loving it because if you look at Eddie and you look at Ninja, it's like a before and after shot. Look. You've got this like black, sort of amazing black look, and then you've got Ninja and his pure white and grey.
Yeah, I took a suit today. I cut my my clothes from work, so you have to dress a little bit more professional now. So that's why I'm dressing.
Yeah, now that you're a house owner and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I interest you in some skills today? Can I interest you in Diablo, Bjorn, today?
No.
Okay.
Bjorn's not buying, mate.
No. The only thing I would be harder to know to would be horror games or Apple products. So.
Can I
I
interest you?
was
in
giving
peoples
Phoenix a
today?
Kate Winslet look there.
Do it again.
Jack, I love you, Jack.
Oh
God.
no.
Oh, I
That's
thought the phrase was
something
going to be
forever.
then is do you do this for all of the French girls? in that one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Brilliant.
gosh.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But how do you guys feel about the like? Do you think it's a healthy market share for adults games to be around 20%?
Yeah, I mean, I really wonder why the shift happened, and the only thing I can think of is that because of COVID and all of that, people wanted more like feel good type of games, because we talked about, I'm not sure who said Animal Crossing, but it definitely, during that time, I remember that I actually bought Animal Crossing because I just wanted to escape and get out of all this mess that was happening. So I think it probably was the situation. I'm not sure if it will go even lower, but it's I think it's a good market to have games like that. Mature games are fun. It's just that
I mean,
you don't need them every single week.
Yeah, and they are limiting. Like if you're making a game that is for adults only, you're basically limiting yourself to like 30% of the market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, maybe not 30, maybe, but like you're cutting away a significant part of the market.
Yeah.
But then again, like if that's the story you want to tell, and like you should always tell the story you want to tell, and if that story is better suited for a like adults only medium, then do that. Because I mean, otherwise you'll tell a subpar story and not sell very many copies and not make it as good of a game.
Yeah, but that's my point because I don't know if I'm saying it properly, but you've essentially got a growing demographic. So gamers from the 80s or the 90s, gamers from the 90s or the early 21st century would have been younger, and therefore the games that would have probably been purchased for them, they would have had a very low amount of disposable income. Whereas now, those children are now adults, young adults, and they have a higher degree of because they're earning, so they've got money to spend on games, and so it feels to me as if the general type of game has grown with them, and therefore they're aiming at that audience because they know they're more likely to pay $70 than a young audience that is more likely to pay $20 to $30. Does that make sense? I'm a bit fog-brained, but
Makes sense
I think that's like it makes sense, and I think
I see a lot of cozy gamers. I see a lot of games. You have outright games. I see a lot of companies are focusing on the kids, G-rated. And then I see a lot of adults on Twitch watching pool parties and girls in swimming pools and doing that. I
Yeah.
think I'm being honest,
Yeah.
and I think they have shifted. I've never in my life seen so many people viewing that stuff, but there's a lot of viewers doing that, and I'm like, what the world? What happened to watching the mature games?
Do you know, it's a really good point, Ray. I watched a fascinating video the other day.
Oh boy.
No, this is good. This is good. I put it on Twitter. It's a guy who's a doctor, but his entire channel is aimed at gamers, and he talks about gamer health or something it's called. And he was
I think he's a psychologist.
psychologist. Okay, yeah. It's a really, really good channel.
I've seen some of his stuff before as well. He's really good.
Yeah, he's great. And he was saying how the rise of porn is directly correlates with people's lack of self-worth and feeling as if there's no purpose in their life, which again comes from this whole social media growth in, hey, look at my amazing life, look at me with my amazing car, I'm Andrew Tate, look at all the money I've got, I don't care about anybody. And all of that is spiraled off into people feeling so low about themselves that they turn to porn because it gives them a hit of dopamine. And it was interesting that you're saying, Ray, about people watching that, that kind of stuff, which is kind of low level of that at that space. But I just feel like it's all connected at some level.
Yeah, and I feel everyone needs a even if you're someone who loves super scary horror games or gory slasher games. Every now and then you need a break from that to cleanse a palate cleanser, and then you jump into games like Animal Crossing. I think every gamer's library should have a healthy mix of games for all ages and all styles of games. Because I talked to a friend of mine, a colleague today or yesterday, and he was like, he told me he had just bought Overcooked 2 because they were going on a holiday, and they're gonna so me and my son were gonna sit on the plane and play Overcooked 2 together. That's our plan. And that sounded like, he normally plays games that aren't kids games, so to speak, but Overcooked is one of those, everyone loves Overcooked, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. You would see someone who's really into Call of Duty and Bang and Grand Theft Auto and all that, and then you ask him, what are you playing? And he's like, oh, I'm playing some Animal Crossing, and you're like, what's happening? And that's what it is, right? They just need this
or you have
break between.
Yeah, or you have people who play Battlefielding or Assassin's Creed and go around murdering everyone left and right, and then they stream Dream Night Valley, and that's their whole thing now.
Yeah. Really? Something about a veterinarian, right?
Yeah, the vet. Yeah. Who's also moving, by the way. He was too busy unpacking. He's unpacking. So just the same as Ninja. It's
Wow.
you can come on the show and bond with Ninja. We're moving. It's but I gotta pack. Sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So he couldn't take the break. But
Did we touch on Netflix, by the way?
No, we didn't. Right.
We really should do, because we have our premier Netflix channel streamer, and there's a lot of stuff going on over at Netflix right now.
Yeah, let's do this. Ninja, take it away. What's happening in Netflix?
Well, oh my gosh, today actually there was a lot of news, probably because there was an investors meeting or something, so they probably had to make it shine. But so one of the news is Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon has a date, so it's releasing on Netflix Games on June 6th, so very soon, next week. And what else? There's a new game that's been announced. It's a Lego game. You know what? I do have a documentation with some news, so let me whip that out.
Yeah, he has a PowerPoint deck.
Yeah, just in case you were gonna ask, like I prepared this like 5-hour PowerPoint for you guys.
If you got a laser, you're going to be able to do the laser thing on it, everything.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
clicker
exactly.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
to go to the next
Oh my
slide.
gosh.
Like
Lego-
fancy, like $200 clicker that just clicks the next slide. Can't believe people pay that much money for those. Some people do. But yeah, while you bring that up, another thing.
Crazy. So yeah, the new game in Lego Legacy Heroes Unbox. So that's coming out. No date yet. What else today? Twitter.
So can you screen share?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Bring it up on screen. Yeah.
This is going to be a
For all
sneak
the
peek to actually
viewers.
the next podcast that I'm doing. So.
Oh, no,
there
don't
you
put
go,
it up
guys.
if it's giving anything away.
No. It's all. I'll announce that on Twitter already, so no worries at all. So.
Do you mean I could just bring up your Twitter then?
yeah, you could do that.
No, let's
All right.
do your slides. That's better.
Yeah. Okay, let me just take that out. Super.
Oh,
Super
too
redneck
fast.
here. Yeah. Twitter. And here we go. And one last thing. Oh yeah, as you notice, like I'm pretty excited with Netflix. There's always like some exciting stuff happening. And
Yeah.
oh, I'm hearing some music here. There you go. Let me get that out. Okay, so like I mentioned, so Yacht Club Games, they mentioned that we knew that Pocket Knight, Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon was coming out, but we didn't have a date. But then they're talking about the free DLC launch, and it's coming, simultaneously with the full game on Netflix Games. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yes, dropping on console, PC, and mobile, but only mobile via Netflix.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. So exclusive.
So
to
mobile
Netflix.
exclusive. That's a sentence I never thought I would say. Like the mobile exclusive to
Interesting,
Netflix.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the fact that that Netflix are actually going to get a logo up there against PlayStation and Xbox and Steam
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah, it's the reputation that they have is that they're it's not that they're stealing those games to be exclusive, is that they're bringing them in and they're paying these devs to
like Netflix
porting
paid
them.
for the mobile port for sure. Like otherwise it wouldn't be a mobile version of the game.
Exactly, most of them is like that. So it's very, that's why it's kind of exciting. And today, during so you talked about the Oculus Quest 3, but they've also announced that Stranger Things is going to have a VR game, and you'll be playing as Vecna, which is the the enemy of the last season. So it's going to be very interesting to do like a reverse horror type of game, and
Is this for Quest then, or
Yeah, the
presumably?
new Quest 2 and 3.
it was it was announced for during the Quest event, so I'm assuming it's going to be for Quest for
Yeah,
sure.
it's Quest 2 and 3.
Exclusive to Apple glasses.
Oh yeah,
Luckily
$3,000.
not. But it might be exclusive to Oculus glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oculus glasses though, but yeah.
Did you remember they brought a Stranger Things DLC out for from Ubisoft brought it out. Was it Far Cry 6?
Yeah, Far Cry.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was superb, wasn't it?
Cool. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
heard of
but
that.
yeah,
I'll
that
look it
was
up.
really
A crossover
good.
you didn't expect, but apparently worked great.
Mm.
But Nidia, can you zoom in the screen?
What's that? Sorry.
It's the control scroll, so it's bigger screen.
Control scroll. Oh yeah, sure.
Or
Yeah,
Control Plus does the
There
same
you go.
thing.
So Puzzle Tales. Stranger
There we go.
Things Puzzle Tales is a match 3 type of game. It's kind of like it's a live service game. They release new content once in a while. It's been a while since we've heard of new content, but right now we've heard they got a new update, and some new chapters are coming in from the original story, the Hellfire Club campaigns, which is like a side story, and then other things. So it's nice to have like a bulky update like that. Compared to Cyberpunk that we saw just not too long ago, Cyberpunk didn't put like any extra stories and stuff like that. But if it's kind of nice when you have like a live service game which brings actually story and stuff like that. So just to mention that.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here? Bonus XP, which is the developers of the two Stranger Things mobile games, so the Stranger Things 1984 and Stranger Things 3. they're ceasing operations, so it looks like they're going to be completely out of the game. We won't be seeing any more games from them, which is unfortunate. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what
11
happened,
years.
but yeah, I wish that they would have continued there. But yeah, sad news right there.
Yeah.
This isn't one of the studios that they own, is it? That Netflix, because they own 6, don't they?
Do they own it? I don't think that they owned it. No, you're
No,
right.
it's-
I think that they were just like they had like a good relation
A
with them.
partnership, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Contractors.
looks like there's a new job listing, and they're looking for someone who's going to be doing some social platform for their games. So we might be seeing, something similar to PlayStation and Xbox, where you can direct message people and things like that,
Oh.
a social feed of some kind. But there's not a lot of information. We just know that they're looking for someone who's going to work on a social platform for Netflix games.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it makes a heap of sense from Netflix's perspective because for once upon a time they had the whole streaming industry locked down. I mean, there was nobody else
yeah.
doing it. And
Yeah.
now, of course, they cannot make enough money because you've got Disney and you've got Peacock and Hulu and just there's so many that people are just, and of course they're now doing this whole lockdown password thing, which means people have got to sign in the same network once a month, otherwise they have to pay extra. So they've got to find other ways to make revenue, and this makes every bit of sense. Nobody else has really grasped it. Amazon Luna looked like they were going down that road, but they've just not pushed it in the same way. They've just, they've even got, we've talked about this, Ray, loads of times, they've got their own studio with a ton of great games, and none of them are on Amazon Luna. So
Makes
like,
no
what
sense
the
whatsoever.
hell is that all
Strange.
about?
Yeah. Something's interesting compared to Stadia that Netflix games does is that they're doing it very slowly, right? Like they started, they only had like 3 games on their service,
Yes.
and they're progressing. We're starting to hear like, oh, this AAA game is being in development. We're starting to hear that cloud gaming, it might happen with Netflix. Like they're in the talks with that. So they're not like putting all of their money right away and put in some big releases out there. They're like slowly getting in the game. So
Yeah.
I've never seen a company do that because for example, Luna, they got a lot of good games coming out right away too. GeForce
Right.
Now with their service. So it's gonna be interesting, like how that business practice is gonna work with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah,
then-
so I was going.
No.
Yeah, I was going to ask because I haven't dipped into the Netflix side, but from what I've seen, it's only like mobile games that's on there at the moment.
at the
It is-
moment, yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, what tech are they using or are they going to, especially with this AAA game coming? I'm assuming it's
Yes.
going to be fully cloud.
Mm.
Do we know what tech they're using?
We don't know yet. They mentioned that they're gonna release a AAA game on consoles and PC. But what does that mean, right? Do they mean, oh yeah, cloud is gonna be available on consoles and
Yeah,
PC?
or it's gonna be on the
or they
Netflix
actually-
console, or
Yeah, you never know.
They've got a guy
Early days.
working. They've got a guy working for them who was over at Amazon, Amazon Luna, and it's also known that Netflix uses Amazon Web Services. So there's a strong chance that it will probably be running on the AWS framework,
yeah,
and almost certainly they will be looking at cloud. It just makes every bit of sense for them to be doing that. But they're certainly moving fast now to get to take it to much more of a cross-platform or multi-platform scenario.
And they do have interaction games on their service. I played
Yes.
with Evan. They had make a decision, and there's
there's
detectives
Like
games.
trivia
There was the
games,
WWE
yeah.
games. There's
yeah.
trivia
The,
games.
you guys remember the Minecraft Telltale game?
Yeah.
That is on Netflix as something you can watch on your TV.
Mhm.
What? I need
Oh,
to
wow.
check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can use your remote to decide.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the thing is, it's so annoying. So with Stadia, we used to do like a APK drill down. Like we would look at the code of the
APK.
Stadia app, and then find some
Yeah,
stuff.
miss those days.
Yeah. But I started doing that with Netflix, and it's so hard because because of those interactive games, I don't know if the code has to do with that or if it has to do with Netflix games or like and then there's a streaming service in the app also, so it's such a mess.
yeah.
Like
It
I
could be
tried,
anything.
but it's just too complicated to figure out what goes where. But
Just ask ChatGPT, mate. It will sort it out for you.
oh yeah, he'll do. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the only other news that I have so far is that Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed will be, has been announced that it's going to come on Netflix games. We don't know when yet, but it's pretty exciting. It's a game that's been taken out of the store back in I think in 2019. I'm not too sure, but it's coming back. So that's what they do. Also, they bring some mobiles game back, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And there's other interesting news, but you'll have to watch my podcast.
Of course you will,
go.
mate.
I actually had a
You
story.
dope dealer.
I actually have a Netflix-based story that we haven't covered yet.
Okay.
So maybe this isn't. It's already in your show.
Yeah,
notes
I covered that on the podcast. That's why.
Yeah. The former studio art director for God of War, Raf Grassetti, he has joined the Netflix team developing a new original IP AAA game.
Very
alongside
exciting.
Joseph Staten, Jerry Edsall, and Shako Sony, among a couple of others,
Wow.
to bring a new world to life. So they are recruiting heavily, like grabbing some like big name people.
Yeah, there's it's interesting. Yeah, so Raf Grassetti is the artist for games such as like God of War and I think Mass Effect 3, if I'm not mistaken. And then Joseph Staten is the writer of the Halo series, and Shaku Sony is the producer of Overwatch, and then Jerry. I remember them all. I don't know why, but Jerry is a developer of Gears of War, the last one, and some of the MechAssault games. So definitely like some kind of A team there that they're building up, and they're all part of the same team. So there's going to be something big coming out from Netflix games now. Is that going to be like a console game or anything like that? But I'm very curious to see what'll come out. Will it be like a first-person shooter, like a MMO, or we don't know much yet about it? But yeah, exciting.
Say any stab in the dark on what you think it might be, if you had to guess. With
I'll
that
probably,
lineup.
yeah, like they did talk about a first-person shooter, like not specifically with this team. So I think that might happen. Maybe they're working on the Stranger Thing games.
It's got to be around one of their IPs, one of their shows. It has to be.
They should really partner up with CD Projekt as well for crossover
Witcher.
The Witcher Season 4 with a new Witcher game, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
They haven't made games with IPs that they don't own. Like just partnership and stuff. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna work on that. No. But they do have games from their IP that they're doing. There's what's it called? Well, there's a Queen's Gambit, which was like a chess series. Yeah. Oh, you've watched it, Rob?
Yeah. I've seen some of it. My daughter's
mate. That's just chess. Like that game exists all around.
Well, it's smart, right? Because if the show is not like popular anymore, well, they can still use it to do chess. Shadow and Bone is another game that they're going to make.
Exactly. There's that one with Will Smith, where it was like a fantasy land with unicorns and stuff.
Oh my gosh!
I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah, it was a movie on Netflix. They've got loads of stuff on there.
Like
Sweet Tooth.
They could make a heist game of on the Red Notice IP.
There is a heist game coming out from a IP that they own. It's called like La Casa de Papel, but I don't know. You know what? There's another name for
amazing.
It. Something Castle, I think.
There you go.
Called.
This is exactly what they'll do.
I think like Netflix is they're definitely going down a great path. I think.
Yeah.
In terms of entering games, I'm looking forward to see what comes out of it.
You know who else has a ton of unique games, and nobody ever talks about them, and yet they have a huge audience It's like a really high performing catalog of games. You know who else we're talking about, don't you?
Outright games.
Apple Arcade.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
that's
obviously
true.
Google Play Pass as well. Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
yeah,
have.
there's some great ones.
They released, like last month, they released like a huge amount of games just all of a sudden. The one of the main one was Ninja Turtle games, which is exclusive
Wow.
to Apple Arcade. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
doing really, really well. I know a little bit about it because one of my podcast co-hosts is really big into Apple Arcade, and he says there's a lot of people from Apple Arcade, the fans, they're really positive about Netflix games. Like they're not like,
Oh,
they're trying to
really?
do, yeah, they're really into it because they're like, what Apple Arcades is not bringing, Netflix games is a good addition to add these games that they're missing out on. Like they're not clashing together. So it's been really cool seeing like the
Yeah.
positive about it.
And the problem with Apple's only problem is that it is absolutely obsessed about keeping everything within its wall. So everybody else is looking to get those games out on other platforms to make additional revenue, and Apple are like, no.
Yeah.
It's one of my absolute favorite mobile games. It started as a PC game. I loved it on PC. Then played it a lot on mobile. It was Mini Metro, and then they made they made a sequel called Mini Motorways. That is it is available on Steam, and I played it there, and it's great. But the mobile port is only exclusive to Apple Arcade.
Okay.
Apple paid the money to make it not be on Android.
Exclusive. Yeah. The thing with Apple though, it's the same thing with Google, is that they're not a gaming company, right?
Yeah.
So they're struggling a little bit with the service. Like they're not bringing games that actually people want. And
Yeah, but at
there's-
the same time, like, I think like Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass is pretty much like very comparable. I would say both of them have
Yeah.
hundreds of titles. Half of more than half of those titles are crap, but there
Yeah.
are some really great gems in there as well.
Yeah, but
But
don't
we
forget,
can't-
Apple had
but-
games
but-
out
but-
way before Xboxes or PlayStation.
But the thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
it is though that mobile is killing PC and console
Oh,
right
yeah.
now when it comes
Yeah.
to sales.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
and that's the thing, right? Like it's crazy because probably the reason why Netflix started to dive into that is because investors started seeing like a hike in revenue and all of that. So I think that the investors has a great
Yeah, they want that Candy
Decision
Crush
on
money.
yeah, exactly. They're not gamers, but they're like, hey, you know what? Gaming is
If you
like
can give us
really
money,
picking
then
up.
we're
So
up for it, yeah.
why not? Yeah.
Yeah. So two quick stories before we wrap things up then. So first of all, Boostroid has now launched Grounded, Pentiment, Gears 5, and Deathloop on the platform. And they have also tweeted out now, like just a couple of them. Yes, right. Like just when we started the show, they tweeted out that they are also working on releasing Age of Empires 1, 2, 3, and 4 already this month. So, just as expected,
Sorry,
my
Bjorn, what game? 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Age of Empires.
Okay, same as GeForce Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're always
so
going to have the same games, and this is the obvious.
And the reason, I know the reason, because I asked them and they replied, they said, it was pretty much said it bluntly. I asked them, did Microsoft pick these games? And they were like, yeah.
That's the reason that they're having the same games. But the reason that they're only getting these games, in my estimation, is that they're drip feeding them for the deal, for the Activision deal. Just
it's a
enough games to make it look like they really care.
And they're gonna keep drip feeding
true.
until they have drip feeded all of the games, the first party games, and then they're gonna go. And now it's been during these last 6 months, we've also been working on getting the Microsoft Store support because they've said they're gonna do that. And
But
when they
then
do that,
probably only for the games that they've released, so you'll only be able to buy those games.
Yeah. But then again, I still believe you will be able to use Game Pass through that.
Talking of Boosteroid, Bjorn, I don't know if you guys, you may remember or you may have forgotten, but Boosteroid said that they would be releasing or they would be pushing out the 4K service in June.
Yeah, it should be very much around the corner now. I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah, I've not heard any
See-
more since they announced it.
I haven't asked to be honest either. I should probably ask for an update on that. See what's happening. I had left my mind to be honest. And I also know another thing that they are apparently working on that also like should be out at any point. I don't know what's happening with that thing either. So I should ask them for some updates, see what's going on, see what we can talk about next week
it's
maybe.
exciting.
And lastly, from our friends at Outright Games comes an announcement today out of the blue. It's a new Paw Patrol game, and this one seems to be open world.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
So, to my understanding, like, it's an open world Paw Patrol game. It looks like, I mean, it's Paw Patrol, like it's the game for kids, but it's half decent. Obviously, I'm like the gameplay will be simple, but you can drive around and explore the city.
Well, it's
Good
a
for-
massive IP, and
It
I
is-
love
it
the
is
idea
massive.
of an open world game as well from Outright.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, I mean, it's a massive IP that my kids luckily don't like. They've grown out of.
A bit older, yeah.
Yeah, but like I've seen so much of this stuff over the years, so I'm happy to like. I'm gonna try. Probably gonna try it out and for the content, but I'm not gonna enjoy it particularly much because I'm kind of fed up with the IP. But all I'm thinking is if you could make this game, why didn't you make this like this
Bluey.
game with Bluey?
I knew it was coming.
I know it. Yeah, I was waiting for it too.
I keep nagging them in their Discord for it.
You
and,
and your Bluey. In
I
my
like it.
day, a Bluey was a porno movie.
We had something
Yeah.
called Bleu Nuit in French, and yeah, same
Oh.
thing. Whoa!
Oh,
There,
he
now
lost
it's
his
the
power.
yeah.
Eddie's 50 pence has gone. Look, that's it.
That's the problem with having auto timers. As soon as it hits 11 o'clock, the stuff goes off.
Nice.
What a way
Talking
to,
about those blueies, you kicked off Google.
Yeah. But I mean, we've been at it for 2 hours, guys. So let's start wrapping this up because it is getting late, and I've been up since I slept 4 hours last night.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was at a company party, so I have
Oh,
only
he's
myself
always
to blame.
moaning. He was getting himself sloshed.
I mean,
It's his
so
own
tired.
fault.
Yeah, I have no one but myself to blame. But I did get home at 3 a.m. last night. But yeah, so thank you all, everyone for joining us so far. But also, ER, let's start with you. What's up?
No, it's pretty much the same with the old. I'll be doing Snap, playing some Fallen Order. But yeah, the most exciting thing I've got at the moment is the the Rogue Alley turn up on the 13th. So hopefully,
nice.
fingers crossed, when that lands, I can start doing some streaming again.
Towards
yeah.
that, yeah. I mean, I know for a fact you will be able to do streaming with it, and video editing as well. Matthias from the show has confirmed and tested it out. It says it works great.
But there was great news on
Yeah.
Rock Around the Clock earlier. They have already said that the model that comes out in June will be significantly faster than
Yeah,
the
like
model that
software
was put out
massive
for
software patch.
reviews. Yeah, and also hardware as well. They've
Okay.
improved the battery as well, so you should get a
Nice.
15-20% increase on battery life.
Yeah, this last week has been quite a good turn of events for it, where they've seen videos out there so far, and like you say, down to the 9 watts, they've already produced increased battery life, so you can start getting these. It's not going to be like AAA's that play at 9 watts, but yeah, more of your emulators and stuff like that. But yeah,
Right.
definitely you
Yeah.
get to more
Honestly,
like 5-6 hours.
And
Awesome.
like Nintendo's gonna have their feelings hurt again here now. But I mean, I would honestly suspect that the Ally, like emulation of the Switch emulation on the Ally, will probably run every single game better than the actual Switch. So Nintendo's gonna be
Maybe.
for all of that. But I've seen like some early tests from the review units of like Breath of the Wild running in like stable 60 on the Ally. So
Really?
yeah, emulated.
Wow.
So I mean, it's one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to be very happy with that purchase here.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
thinking. I mean, my main one as well as my laptop here that I'm on is 8 years old now, so I was in the market for looking for a gaming laptop. But I'm hoping if that can fit the bill, I've already bought like USB hole, looking at a new monitor. So if that can place, I can set that in the middle. Do my normal work because it's all cloud-based that I do my work anyway for a virtual machine.
Yeah, you could.
If that fits the bill, it's fitting like many different
brilliant.
scenarios for me. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
device for you then.
I should
Awesome.
let everyone know how I get on.
Yeah, I look forward to see. Like, let's have you on then. After the 13th, and so you can show it off.
I
So,
don't
yeah,
want to scare Ninja, but the light is behind him. I think God
Oh
is
my
calling
god!
you, my friend.
It's like you have to forgive me. It's the second arrival of Jesus right here. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but speaking of Ninja, then what's happening over your place other than unpacking?
Yeah. Well, what's happening here? Okay. So, keep a lookout. This Saturday, I'm actually doing a co-stream with the Carnival developers.
Oh,
They're
wow.
doing a stream, yeah, on their channel, and they'll be showing some exclusive content on the game. How is it right now? And some Q&As and just a few modes that he's going, and he's also announcing the winner of the raffle. So it's going to be pretty interesting, and it's going to be interesting for the people because it's coming out in early access this later in 2023. So check that out. Other than that, I'll keep doing my podcast on Wednesday, where I just talk about the latest Netflix games news. But and then I'll do some streams in the morning whenever I can. Like it's been busy. I should have really asked a few days off for work.
Do you know what you should
crazy.
stream? You
What should I stream?
On this game called Unpacking.
Yeah, definitely. In fact,
I've heard it's great. It's on Game
I'll
Pass.
pretend it's the game, but it's actually me unpacking.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'll
you
be
should-
very
you should
productive.
Play the game while you do it.
Yeah.
And stream
Good
that.
idea.
Yeah, I would watch that for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. And congrats on the new house.
Yes,
Ray,
congrats.
what's cooking over at your place?
I got a code for System Shock, so I'm probably going to be streaming that this weekend. Try
nice.
to, I love sci-fi and stuff
Have you
like
played
that.
the
games
original?
Like that. Yes, I have. Yes, I have
Nice.
played the original. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see what the remastered remake or whatever
remake.
I'll check it out. And then just playing a lot of Snap, man. I love Marvel Snap. I'm going on right now playing Chapter 5 with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think there's some more stuff that unlocks. So what I do is when I get done with the chapters, I wait for the other stuff to unlock so I can go ahead and get all the goodies and stuff. So that, and then you guys know I do my streaming 10 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch TV, Ray3473, and then I'm on YouTube. And I'll do my GeForce now probably Sunday, Monday. But thank you, Bjorn, always for the invites. Thank you,
I
Rokk.
love having you
And
on.
this has been great here with Eddie and Ninja Guy X. Thank you, and thank you, chat.
Yeah. And also thanks to SPG who was here earlier.
Yes, Monday,
But,
Wednesday, Thursday, Simply Pone Gaming.
Yeah.
Always on time.
And Rokk, what's cooking?
Where are we? Friday. So tomorrow it's another Rock Around the Clock. I've also got a System Shock code. I never played the original, so it's completely new to me. But I'll probably be pumping that out at some point in the next few days as well. But after Ray's, because Ray is a much better
Stop it.
gamer than
I
me.
watched you play Gollum. That's how I was able to get through Gollum watching you.
Nice.
And yep, all the usual stuff. That's kind of it. Just trying to think, what are we first? So when's the 6th? Is that next Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Wednesday. So that's when I'm giving away Diablo 4. So if you want to win a copy of Diablo 4 for Xbox, I don't know why I've only got it for Xbox, but that's what I've got. And you can go to rockshow.com/giveaways and enter there.
Yeah. And if I were to happen to win that, I'm gonna pass it on to someone else.
Yeah. I promise you, if your name comes up, I won't tell you won.
Yeah. Draw someone else.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Perfect. Yeah. As for myself, I'm going to be. I gotta squeeze in, hopefully during the weekend, a stream of a game called Timberborn, which is a city builder where you in a post-apocalyptic world where the beavers has taken over.
What?
So yeah, like you build like you're a bunch of beavers building rebuilding a beaver civilization, with like in this post-apocalyptic world with like dams and everything, and it looks so good. And I got a key for that, so I'm gonna stream that. I haven't played. I have like made sure not to play it because I want to do it going blind. And apart from that, I mean, I did sign up for PlayStation Plus Premium for a month, so I'm gonna give that cloud gaming a shot and try to make a review of that. And also gonna keep playing some Fabledom because they just dropped a new patch with adding like armies to the game. So gonna play some more of that. See where my village can take me.
Awesome.
Yeah, 2 city builders and some PlayStation.
You've almost lost Ninja. Bless him. I love him. He was such a
I'm
nice
doing-
guy.
He's
I'm
happy.
losing your halo. It's been
What's
nice
that?
knowing you. I'm losing your halo.
Highway to heaven.
I'll say a good word
Yeah.
to God from you to you, Rokk.
Thanks, Ninja. I'll see you at the gate, my friend.
Yeah.
Then they get the video-
I've been a good boy.
So the people you kill in video games also count as murder, so you're not getting an interview.
Oh.
And with those words, we're gonna say good night and adieu.
Take care,
See you
guys.
next week.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you, everyone.